They didn't want to see me. Let's just say that. And I'm like, I ain't gonna lie, it's still a little bit, but not really. I'm like, cool. It just confirmed what I knew. I was just trying to give them the benefit of the doubt. I'm like, hey. But anyways, I ended up coming up, having my own plans and everything. So was in Florida a little bit, and then eventually I transitioned to Atlanta. And that itself, y'all, Atlanta, man. So I would say from it was September 2023 all the way up to March 2024. Yep, March 2024. Dang, what was that this year? Yeah, that was this year. Hold on, y'all. I'm tripping. So, okay, so, hold on. I was in Cali from July 2021 all the way up to September 2023. There we go. And then that was in the Florida area there from September 2023 up to March. I'm getting it mixed up, y'all. I am tripping. It's all going because it's 2025. So no. So 2024. So yeah. So 2020. So and then I got to these years are getting mixed up. But anyways, I'm just gonna speed it up. So from March 2024 up to March to July 2025 of this year, y'all. This year I was in Atlanta, and prior to that I was in Florida. Okay, so yeah, there we go. That's better because I'm like, Lord have mercy, the times and all the traveling. But anyways, and that there, I was staying in a Pass Split. Pass Split, look here, God, I pray you find a decent one. If you're not familiar with it, look it up. Pass Split, PADSPLIT, Pass Split. So this is where you can find, housing for a low, they don't really do a credit check. I mean, they do a background check and everything, and you pay weekly dues. It's supposed to be affordable. It's really supposed to be something good for those that's less fortunate, okay? But every home has rules, but the home I stayed in, they broke all the rules. I'm talking about it smelled like a chimney every night, almost every day, because they wanted to smoke marijuana. People were in there doing things, hacking people's accounts. That's why I never connected to the Wi-Fi. It was just so much going on in that house, in that part of Georgia I was staying. It was Stone Mountain, Georgia, where I was staying. And the people I was living with, 9 other people? Y'all, it was crazy. It was crazy. I'm like, man. And I'm breaking my neck to make sure I make these weekly dues. Because I didn't just go there for that, but I went there to network and to connect and get more into acting and connect with other like-minded creative people, right? And then those people come to find out they were corrupt. You see what I mean? So it was just like this different things was just coming to my attention, and this is leading into my impersonator, who's also connected to Atlanta, but is based out in New Jersey. So I'm in Atlanta doing these different things and everything. So after I leave that Pass Split in July of this year, I was able to find work. I was just kind of navigating through between Atlanta, Alabama, and Atlanta, Alabama. Man, I ended up finding work for this one company that I eventually got hired on to, but I started off as like a temp. And I met some people there, and there was one particular gentleman named Paul Cherico, something like that, but you'll see his full name. So I met him. Didn't think nothing of it. I was cordial with everybody, but he was cool people. I ain't gonna lie. He seemed cool. And then, of course, I knew, that he shared that he was with a significant other and all that, and I wasn't on that. See, one of the things about me, nobody could come forward and say, oh, Erica comes to work to try to find a man. No, I don't. No matter where I worked, I had a man, when I was working with kids with autism years ago, stated, he looked me in my face and was mad. He was like, I'm so mad. I'm like, what's wrong with you? He was like, because I can't have you. But he was known to run through all the women at the school. So it really pissed him off that I actually have standards and I was there to work. And that's one of the things, I have the work ethic out this world. I'm about my business. I'm here to work. Not to have no freaking work husband or work boyfriend, whatever they want to call it. But back to it. So we were cool. I wasn't on that with him, right? So, and then I think we exchanged contact information because I know he said he had a trucking company or he actually hires people and has people that works for him. I'm like, cool. Because if I don't have this assignment, I could probably help him because I'm like, I need to make an income. I do got bills, whether that's just storage, cell phone, it don't matter. Car, I got bills. So he's like, cool, I'll hit you up. I never reached out to him. He never reached out to me. Again, I went on that, and I don't think he was on that. And then he was in a relationship, so it's just like, I wasn't like that. Months will pass, and remember, the company we met at, we were just through like a staffing company. But I eventually went on the website and applied to the actual company and got hired on. So I was like, okay, cool. And then I knew he shared he was going to apply. So I'm like, I wonder if he got hired. So I just looked it up and he got hired. I'm like, cool, that's what's up. I'm like, well, congrats. I didn't reach out to him, but I was just saying it out loud. I was like, congrats to him. Then I would say months would pass, like a few weeks would pass after I got hired. And then I was like, you know what, let me just reach out. So I reached out and he's like, hello? And then I remember when he did get my number, he saved it under a name, like a male name. And I was just like, I knew then, I was like, okay, he on some games. Like, because guys who save a female name under a male's name or a restaurant, come on now, y'all. You on game. Like, you playing some games. Like, clearly, you know, the woman goes to your phone or you just a hoe. Like, it's something that ain't right. You're not faithful, okay? So he called, he was like, who is this? And then he heard my voice. He's like, Erica, oh my God, I've been trying to reach out to you. I was looking for you, looking for your number on my phone. I just forgot what I saved it under. And all these different things. And then I was just like, so we were just talking. And he was like, yeah, me and the girl that I was sharing with you that I was with, yeah, we broke up and I've been single. And I was talking to my guy friend about you and everything. And I was just like, man, I would really like to get to know Erica. So I'm not going to lie, like, he seemed cool. And I was like, okay, I don't really talk to people, especially after that distasteful situation with Pat Split in Georgia. And I know he's in Georgia. I was like, you know what? I don't really have connections like that in Georgia, especially with the people I try to connect with who's supposed to be creative and producers and directors that come to find out they're corrupt and all that. And they're just looking to destiny swap and attack people with witchcraft. Yeah, it's the truth. It's the truth. Some well-known directors and producers in Georgia, let's just say they're connected to Country Wayne. Yeah, I said that. I ain't scared to put, look here, I don't got time to lie. It's some witchcraft stuff. And then not only that, some of them use terms letting me know how to get down. Like, it's been times where I was invited to places and a person, Eugene specifically, because I say good spirit, because those who dabble in like witchcraft and see spirituality from a different level, they like to say energy and vibes, right? So he's like, I like your energy, and I'm learning that a lot of the people who walk that walk in their spiritual walk, they like to say something about energy harvesting and all these. So I'm like, when he said that, it just didn't sit right with my spirit. So I was like, y'all just want me around and pull off of me. I didn't say that, but that's what I felt in my spirit. I knew then. I'm like, yeah, like that just confirms what I've been seeing a little bit, because it's like discernment. My discernment was just up, and I was just like, okay, let me just observe. And I'm like, God, give me confirmation. And he was just giving me confirmation after confirmation. And then I was meeting other producers who was just acting like they booed and stink. Like when they met me, it was just like, oh, okay, like just kind of brushing me off. And I'm like, you just don't realize who I am. And I'm like, so distasteful, But anywho. So I'm thinking like, okay, yeah, this would be a good connection, a cool connection, because I don't know nobody like that. I work with the guy, I see his work ethic, he be on this stuff. I'm like, cool. Man, once we try to connect, and I got receipts to show this, every time we try to connect, somebody would just it would be a random profile on Instagram that would send me a message, and it would be males saying like stuff like, something about being delusional. He already has a established family. Just saying different things. And I'm like, where the hell this coming from? I never ever got random messages like that. But it was like once I got connected to him, these messages was coming in. And I'm like, so after the first time I didn't say anything. And I'm like, okay, people tripping, they hating, because I know God was having me share on social media, and I was just connected from different people, and they would just get upset. The second time we connected, like we talked on the phone, because it's like we went a few days without talking. The next time we started talking on the phone, I kid you not, I get another message from the guy, and I'm going to show y'all the screenshot of this. And they were talking about delusional, and I took a screenshot, and I sent it to his phone, and he was sharing with me his crazy ex that he so-called broke up with, how she had this history of doing that, like to other women that he was talking to or interested in after they broke up. Like they would say, oh, your ex is harassing me on social media, DMing me, sending me fake profile messages for fake profiles and everything, harassing. And he said he found out and confirmed it with her that she was actually doing it. So when I sent him that screenshot, he's like, he didn't tell me at that moment, but once we really started talking about it, he's like, this sounds exactly like Kenya. That's when I found out her name. I didn't know her name at first. So we were connected and everything, and it was just times where he would just do some stuff. I was like, yeah, I can't connect to this guy. Like, it's drama and everything. So I sent him a message. I got screenshots of the message I sent to him about how he needs to heal, focus on himself, on his kids, all that, right? And then I always cited Apostle Erica Monet Glenn. My full name is on it, okay? One day, me and him, I would say one evening, me and him talked on the phone. And then that next morning, I wake up and I have a DM on Facebook on my actress and modeling page. And there was a girl named Kenya Wilcox provided me her number. She's like, can you give me a call, please? I would rather talk to you on the phone than message. I'm paraphrasing, but y'all see the message. But she was basically saying it would be better to talk on the phone so it won't be any misunderstanding by typing. And I was like, do I know you? She's like, no, but I need to talk to you. So I called her. I already knew she was connected to him. I already knew she was connected to Paul. I just knew it. So I called her, and then she was like, hello. And then that's what she just went into the spiel about how this is what he does. You know, he's just a sex addict. He looks where when they're on a little so-called break, he looks where he could get sex, you know. He finds someone where he could just, you know, do whatever, but they always end up getting back together. Basically playing me, just different things of that nature. And then not only that, that any message that I sent him or anything we talked about, he would come back to her and tell, like that message I sent him, that's how she found me on Facebook. That message I sent him, he basically put me in a dangerous situation. Like, he screenshotted it and sent it to her. That's how she got my whole name, Erica Monet Glenn, and found me on Facebook. You see what I'm saying? So he put me in a dangerous situation. And another reason why God is telling me, especially this evening on December 31st, 2025, to put all these people names out there, is like, because y'all never protected me. So why in the hell am I going to protect y'all identity? No, you messed up. And I know for a fact they're doing this to other people. And they've been doing this to other people. They just never got outed. I'm just the last person they did it to, but they can't get away with it. This was the last straw. So basically, she said all that, and then I was like, I'm gonna give him a call. So I'm trying to call him. It's going straight to voicemail. I'm like, I don't got time for this. My life is peaceful. I don't do this drama. Like, what the hell they got going on? So me and her, we ended up talking in there. I sent her a message, and I got a screenshot of the message I sent to her and him. I believe he was on there. No, when we met at the job, he said he wasn't on social media because he said that they were actually, it was defamation going on, and then he found out his baby mama was actually saying stuff about him, and his ex was on there on social media saying bad things about him. And I'm just like, There's always more than one side to the story. Nobody's just innocent. You see what I'm saying? So basically, after that, eventually I got through the phone and I was able to talk to him, and then that's when he was like, hello, Erica. And he already knew what was going on. I was like, so yeah, I just got off the phone with King. He's like, oh Lord, let me get, like, and then he just immediately went to that mode of, oh, not talking in there. So like, oh yeah, you already know you're gonna walk away. So she clearly her plan one, and just different things. I just know he was on games, and that same spirit that was on his life, I'm telling you, the same spirit I picked up on Tashawn's life. Meaning, narcissists, that's what they do. They love bomb you. They get you open. They try to invest you with these love things, right? Get you vulnerable, and then they send in a freaking ranch to crash your whole life, to try to cause destruction in your life, especially if you're stable. You're a stable person. It didn't work. So I'm talking to him and everything. He didn't get the reaction he wanted out of me. She didn't get the reaction out that she wanted out of me. And I remember sending him a message and everything, and I was just like, look, I tried to reach out to him, but then he was like, I could tell he was trying to twist things up, like trying to send me a text message talking about don't be messy, like trying to send me things to make it seem as if I was trying to get him on the three-way call. I don't do stuff like that. Like anything that was going on in his mental, because I come to find out, like, it's some mental disorder, like he's mentally unstable. But anyways, in his mind, it's like he wanted me to chase him. Like, in his mind, he wanted me to, like, he felt like I was going to respond the way he wanted me to respond, like the other woman had responded, because I'm not the only woman he did this to. He's known to do this. He's known to get his way with women, and then she's known to do the same thing with men. Like I said, there's couples out there targeting people, that's how they make it. They scam people. Like she goes to the man, may get a sugar daddy, may get a man who's just gonna wine and dine her. She gets them for sex and everything, and coming to find out she's bringing it home to him, and vice versa. He's going to these women, maybe a sugar mama, somebody with money and everything, and it's like, I got this going on. I probably need help with my kids, child support, or this is what I'm going through. Can you loan me some money? But guess what? That money's not going to him, it's going to her. This is what they do. This is what Tashawn and Rhea does. This is what Paul and Kenya does. I got the pictures and their screenshots, okay? And there's something else too. Before Kenya exposed herself and revealed who she was, and something else that he exposed when we did have a conversation. He said he had a conversation with her, and he's like, "Why would you message her? Now she got your whole name." Who says that? He's trying to protect her name, knowing she's guilty. And then when I told him that I have a legal team that can find out who sent those messages from the fake profiles, that's when his whole demeanor changed. Because he knew for a fact she was behind it. He knew that their whole game, they failed. It didn't work, especially with my legal team. So when they found out that people can investigate and find out with the VPN, no matter how they try to, and he told me, and this is something else too, and I know he's doing it to this day. Like, for instance, my phone has been having issues, and I know it's tapped. He told me he used to tap his ex phones. He knows how to tap phones, okay? And he also told me that his mom, they're from Haiti. His mom is from Haiti. He's big on spirituality. He's aware of witchcraft and curses and stuff like that. Let's just be honest. The man's a warlock. So is Tashawn. And these warlocks have the audacity to try to come in my life to cause destruction. And who they are with are witches and kitchen witches. And then the whole thing with the love spells, Tashawn tried that with me. It didn't work. Because this is how you know when you're under a love spell. It's just like this. It just seems like this person, you constantly got them on your mind. Out of nowhere, keep in mind, you put your foot down saying you don't want to be with this person. But then out of nowhere for weeks, days, whatever, it seems like you're overwhelmed with thoughts of this person. Now you feel like you need to go back to him and all that. It's like, where's this coming from? It's a love spell. Paul tried that stupid stuff. Tashawn tried that dumb stuff. Because their plan didn't work. It was always to get me to crash out. It was always to get me to emotionally tap out. To let go of who I am. To just let go of life. That was always and they're all connected to my family. Especially Tashawn. And then this impersonator by the name of Erica, coming to find out her and her so-called man named on social media, I'm going to give y'all a screenshot. His name is Stan Smith. They're from New Jersey, but they were also in Atlanta. Connected to Paul. But yet connected to my family. Didn't I tell y'all they try to sit in these hot honey pots? So, because Paul, his thing, because he was sitting there and he was supposed to be the last straw for me. Like, literally, Paul was supposed to be the last straw for me, y'all. For real. Like, I'm talking about TKO, dead. Whether it's physically or spiritually, just had me gone, emotionally. Because he's known to do that. That's his track record. Sex by sex, getting there, creating that soul tie, and messing with a person mentally. He was the last straw. He was supposed to take me out. It didn't work. And then that's when Erica, and then God saw he got me out of Atlanta. And then the company I told you that I got hired on with, I ended up having to go to the New York area, y'all. I had to go to the New York area. Something happened with my car, and God was like, I need you to stay put. They tried, I'm telling you, that job too was connected to Paul. Because it's like anything that was connected to them, I'm telling you, it was just demonic. So, start having car issues, right? I ended up being stranded in this part of New York for a while, a small town. God worked that out. And I'm like, the company really revealed to me who they were. I'm like, I dang sure ain't coming back to that company. I'm not about to work for y'all. Because in y'all mind, y'all thinking y'all got me leaving me out in the cold. I'm like, no. God saw fit to bring me to the New Jersey area. I already knew I had an impersonator. I just didn't know what she was. And come to find out, the girl's in New Jersey, y'all. And I kid you not, ever since I got connected to New Jersey, the attacks increased. The attacks increased. It was like one of those things of, we can't have two of you up in the same town. And her mind, it can't be two of us. How in the hell did she find me? That's the vibes that I'm getting. But the team that I got, not just the natural team, but the team up there in heaven, and my father, working 24/7. Finding out this girl's in New Jersey, works for Target warehouse, because she has the Instagram page, right? Not Instagram page. She's on TikTok, right? Because I noticed that before I found out what she was, I would get on TikTok. Years ago, I never had an issue with TikTok, but every time I get on TikTok recently, especially this year, they were like, tell me my page was fake, and then not only that, tell me to basically ban my page. I'm like, what the hell is going on? Because she's on there. So I was able to find her page, and I got the little page I have now. I don't share anything. It's just private. I was able to find her page on there because my team was telling me, they kept hinting TikTok. And I'm like, okay, what's going on? So when I tried to create a profile again, of course I put my name in, and guess what? Who popped up? She did. And her middle name is Mone on TikTok. And when I found her page on TikTok, she wasn't on Instagram or Facebook. Now all of a sudden, she got an Instagram page, and then she used the name Esperanza Smith 23. I'm gonna show y'all the screenshot. And on Facebook. I'm like, so I'm like, trying to copy me, because think about it, y'all. On Facebook, I use my biblical name, Esther. Esther, right? On Facebook. Now all of a sudden,